Hello, dear friends, how are you? Pak army officers, defense officers, do you know how much of the salaries they got? It is unbelievable, extremely high. And Indian army officers, how much of the money do they get? Too little. Today we are going to talk about in terms of statistics, in terms of figures, and then listen. Once we are talking about the army or the defense officers, obviously it's not possible that we do tell the salary of each rank official. We are not going to tell, but we are going to tell the one person's salary here in Pakistan and one person's salary there in India. It is the army chief in Pakistan, and now he is Field Marshal. Let me tell you about his salary. And then there in India, I will tell you the salary of Indian Army Chief. And the gap is much bigger, much bigger, much bigger indeed. It is astonishing, astonishing. Gee, dears. Indian Army Chief gets just only 250,000 Indian rupees. Nothing more. No more salary. Isn't it very small salary indeed for such a high ranking official? Indeed it is. And the facilities too. Obviously, Indian government provides him with all sort of facilities which are needed. Plus 250,000 salary. Here in Pakistan, the facilities are there. There is no doubt. And the facilities are there in India too. But how much of the money do the Pakistani army chief, who is now the field marshal, how much of the money do he gets? Can you tell me? It is also 250,000 rupees, Pak rupees. Pak army chief is getting 250,000 Pak rupees. Indian army chief is getting 250,000 Indian rupees. Now, do you think that it is equal in value? It's not equal in value at all. Why it is not so equal? Because in dollar terms, if we talk about the US dollars, Pak Army Chief is getting 882 US dollars plus 68 cents. 882 US dollars plus 68 cents, it makes some 883. Let's call it, in simple terms, 883 US dollars. It is what Pak Army Chief is getting as a salary. Indian Army Chief is getting 2,927 plus dollars and 23 cents. Let's call it some 2,900 and 71. Let's call it like that. So that is the difference between Indian and Pak Army Chief salaries. Still, there are many people in Pakistan who are seen always propagating and maligning Pak Army, Pak Defense Forces. If Indians does it against Pak Army, Pak Defense Forces, it is understandable. But if some of the Pakistani people are doing it, it is not understandable. If someone there in India does it, she will be called a traitor and will be treated like a traitor as well. But here in Pakistan, they are allowed to say whatever they want to say. I think it's a pity. We need to change our attitude and we need to be considerate about them who are always willing, ready to lay their life in defense of Pakistan. And they might be doing certain not so good things as well. They too are humans. Why, if at all, we are expecting them to become an angel while everybody in Pakistan is doing so much, so much, so much? Look at the people at the helm of affairs, what they are doing. If at all we tolerate all that, bear all that, so let's be a bit considerate about the defense forces as well. Thank you.